Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about basically we'll be discussing three things. The first one is how to create a custom widget, which is pretty much easy. And the second thing would be how to create a simple on-tap callback. And the third would be how to create a custom callback. So we'll be just creating a special type of widget which will be having two callbacks, and I'll be showing you how to do that. So let's just assume that we want one simple callback. So this is my simple app. Let's just assume that we have my custom widget. This widget does nothing, just return the simple text. So let's just create a new widget, class my custom widget, extends stateless widget, and we create the missing override, and we return a new text from within, custom text. Just for the sake of uh, confirming that our widget is being created. So let's just save it. And we see we have this our custom widget, which is a stateless widget of its own. It can be a stateful widget as well, as per your uh, requirements. So let's just add one simple callback inside it. So let's just assume that we have an on-tap callback, which is the most commonly used one. So this is a void callback, so you won't be getting anything. You will just be getting an on tap. So whenever this on tap is called, it should print hello world inside our console. So let's just add a new gesture detector to it, just for the sake of explaining. We are adding gesture detector so that we can just see that our widget is being tapped. So let's create a void callback on tap, and initialize it inside our widget so that our this code starts working. And this on tap should be called at some time. So we need to call it here when our widget is being tabbed. So this dot on tap. So when our widget is gonna be tabbed, so this on tap function is going to be called, and this hello world should be printed inside our console. So ideally, this is just for explaining you guys how to adjust. The important part of this whole callback functionality is that you can uh, define a function's body in your parent widget, like this widget, and then you can call it from your child widget. So this is the whole idea behind the callback. So let's just see that whether it works or not. So ideally, when I tap on this widget, uh, hello world should be printed. So let's just see if it works. So you'll see it's working. So whenever this our widget is tapped, this on tap is being called every time. And whenever this on tap is called, it's declared here, it's defined here. So it will be printed. So let's just, this was pretty easy. We just have one void callback. Let's just assume that we want to create uh, a counter widget which increments and decrements a counter. And we want to create two custom callbacks which return the new value of the counter. So let's just create, let's just say that this is our uh, my custom counter, and we have we make this a stateful widget. We create two callbacks, final. Okay, so now for the need to create our own type of callback, we need to create it like this, my int callback. So basically this my int callback is just another type of callback that we wanted to create of our own. So this should say, and we need to have int so that it should return an int. Increment and decrement. This dot decrement, this dot increment. So when we now have two more callbacks, increment and decrement, and this should be called in our widget. So let's just say that we don't have this gesture detector for us. We have a row which have children. The first child is an icon, icon button, or yeah, icon button. Okay, icon button whose icon is icon icons dot remove circle, and on pressed should call and call upon our callback. This dot decrement. Okay, sorry, widget dot decrement, and we should pass anything, any int inside this for now. We need to create one text which says counter. So we don't have this counter, so we create this counter here, and counter equals to 0 dot toString, and we create another button which says widget dot increment, and we pass the counter value. Here also we pass the counter value. So you see, what we did was we created a custom widget which has three widgets, two icon button and one counter, so that we can just assume that we have created a simple counter widget. So let's just restart our app and see. So see, this is a simple widget that we created. Add circle. So whenever we decrement it, it should decrement our counter, and it should call the decrement callback, and this decrement callback should be implemented here. So now we have to have an int value in decrement, sorry, and we have an in value in increment as well. So now you understand, whenever this decrement is going to be called, it will throw back the counter, and we'll receive the updated value of the counter here. So let's just see, we need to set the counter as well. So set state counter minus minus, and set state counter plus plus. So when we add it, it should increment the counter. See, it's working. Now we need to confirm that our on taps, our decrements are being called or not, decrement or increment. So let's just print the updated value of the counter, print value, and print value as well, just so that we know that our increment and decrement functions are being called properly. So let's just see, this is the updated value of the counter, this is updated value of the counter, see here. And when we decrement it, it should print the decremented value. So see, here it goes. So this is simple way of creating simple custom callbacks. So you can just write any sort of callback, any name that you want to give, and you can give any return type. So for suppose you want to return a complete class object, or a complete whatever list of objects, or your own custom class, you can just mention it here, and you can just use it easily. So this was all for it, and I hope you guys will create awesome stuff. I'll just put all of this code into a code pen, and I'll share the link. So this was all for today. So what we did, we learned three things. First of all, we created a custom widget, and we created a simple on tap callback, so that you just uh, get to know that whenever you use an OnTap function in list style and you use an OnTap function in gesture detector. So you should know that what happens inside, how it is implemented. And the third thing we did was we created a custom callback so that we can just return our own type of class objects in the return type. So basically, the whole idea of callback is, as I told you, that we want to declare our functions in our parent widget so that we can define their bodies inside our parent widget, and we can call it in our child widget as per our requirements. So whenever we want to call this function, we can call it, and this function will be reflected here. So that was all for today. Thank you. Keep sharing and keep building awesome stuff. See you guys.